Hey guys, it's Sam, and today is my winter in review, or basically my winter favorites. I don't try enough new things every month to do like a monthly favorites video or a monthly in review video, and typically speaking, the reason I call it in review is because I will mention products that didn't work for me as well, or things I didn't like or whatever. But for winter, the things that I tried, I tended to like, and if there was something that I didn't like, I'm forgetting about it because, yeah, I mean, I don't buy a ton of new like makeup products or whatever like all the time, so that's probably why I don't have a ton of things to reference, and I do a ton of research before I buy like almost anything. So I tend to like the things that I do buy, but this is more of a winter favorites than it has been in previous seasons and stuff. So these are some of the things that I really enjoyed this winter. So the first thing is the IT Cosmetics CC cream. This has an incredibly long name. IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum that's an SPF 50+. I just call it the CC cream. You guys have probably seen this before. It's been pretty popular around with the dry skin beauty gurus. I use the shade Fair. This is a fairly abysmal shade range. IT Cosmetics is pretty bad about shade ranges. They have like 5 shades. Even this Fair, you can obviously tell, is not completely matching to me. Like, it's a CC cream, so it blends in pretty well, and it does match me. I'm wearing it today, for example. But sometimes I feel like I do mix it with the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation because that matches me a little bit more, but you can never see a line or anything with this. Like, it's a pretty close match and it kind of evens everything out or whatever, but it's not the lightest of the light by any means. But as I've talked about before, I've recently discovered in the last couple of years that I have dry skin, or at least dehydrated skin, so I do not like the super matte foundations anymore. This is a more glowy foundation, you can probably see from this. Again, if I mix it with Pro Glow, I find Pro Glow fairly mattifying actually. I know some people don't, but I do. So it makes it a little more matte, and that's probably what I'll use more in like the summer if I need like actual foundation coverage. I don't use foundation every day, but I wear this in videos a lot. I feel like it gives me a more like dewy complexion, not super dewy. Like, it never feels like tacky to me. I also powder my foundation regardless, so it never feels like super gross, and I feel like it wears really well and it looks really nice, and I really like it. There's another one that has like glitter particles in it, I think. It's like the illumination one. I've never gotten that one because I think that would be too much, but I really like this one, and it's lasted me a fairly long time as it is, so I've barely broken into this one. Then for skincare products, I have the Hada Labo, I think it's, yeah, Glycogen Premium lotion. So this is part of an Asian skincare routine. It's like a more viscous toner kind of thing, and this is a hydrating toner. So this is something that you can get on Amazon, and I have used the Glycogen Moist one. This is actually a Japanese brand, but if you can see, it's a little more viscous than other ones. A lot of them are very watery. This is a little more, it's not quite syrupy, but see, it's very watery still. But this one is a little more viscous than other ones that I have tried. And I layer this, I have like a pH balancing toner from Klairs that I use. And then I layer this one 3 times in like the dead of winter, and 2 times in the morning, and 3 times at night when it's starting to get a little bit better, so like right now. And then I'm not sure how much I'm going to end up using it in the summer, maybe like once. This is so great. So like I said, I layer it, so that means I put like a layer on, pat it in, let it dry a little bit, another layer, pat it in, let it dry, whatever. If my skin doesn't have this, it freaks out. So my skin, if it starts to dry out a little bit, starts to get like acne, I start to get breakouts and stuff, and my skin just kind of like, my moisture barrier freaks out. So I love this. I feel so moisturized. It's not super sticky or anything. I put other products over it and it's totally fine. It helps everything sink in. This has different levels of hyaluronic acid, so it helps to pull water and moisture into the skin, and so it helps to really soak in all the other products I use. But I notice a drastic difference with this, and I will not ever be without it again because it's so wonderful. Then another makeup product, we have the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. This is something that I didn't think that I was going to buy, and I've been really enjoying. I actually didn't buy it, I got it for Christmas. So I actually was given the, what was it called? I forget which palette it was. It was another palette from Ulta that I thought that I wanted, and then I got it. It was a totally taupe palette, but I'm forgetting what the name of the brand is. It's one of those like indie brands that they suddenly started carrying at Ulta. I don't remember what it was though. So I got that palette and I looked at it and I was like, oh, a lot of these colors look the same. This is not really what I wanted. And so I went to an Ulta and I swatched this palette and I was like, you know what? There are 1.5 million different tutorials online for this palette. It's really wearable, like, let me just get it. And I've really been enjoying it. There are some colors that I think are not great. I do think some of these shimmery ones have a lot more fallout than they should. Like this purple shimmer is dangerous. It has fallout, so you have to be really careful with it. So it makes me a little more hesitant to try some of the other ones. I haven't really tried any of these. I've tried the purples. I've tried these greens, they're really beautiful, and I've tried like all the warm shades basically. But the sparkly shades make me a little more nervous because there's some fallout, but like these palettes are like so cheap. For how many eyeshadows you get in here, like they're super cheap, and I really like this. I didn't think that I was gonna get it. I like Jaclyn Hill, I watch her. I didn't think that I was gonna get this because I was like, I'm not gonna get this like Beauty Guru collab. I don't really care that much. I have these other shadows, but ultimately this is really pretty, and this is a really good like travel palette, even though I always travel with like 4 or 5 palettes. It's a little ridiculous because I never know I'm gonna want to wear. But if you only want to travel with one palette, you could probably get away with this. But I really like this. Are there a ton of warm shades? Yes. Could there have been a little more variety in this? Yes. Is it still pretty? Yeah. I'm gonna talk a little bit about food, and this was a specific Christmas item. They do not have these anymore, I don't think, but I hope they bring them back next year. And they're the M&M peanut brittles, so it's peanut brittle. I ate so many of these around Christmas. So it's like a peanut M&M, but instead of a peanut, like instead of the filling of a peanut M&M, it's more like a peanut brittle. So it's like that like caramely toffee, but like hard taste. It's so interesting. It almost tastes like, has like a coffee kind of flavor to it. It's so interesting. I sent a pack of these to Sarah Jane when we did our like Christmas exchange between the UK and America, and she really ended up liking them. She's like, they're weird, but I like them. That's what they are. They're weird, but I like them. So my mom got me a pack of these for Christmas, and I have just held on to them. You could only find them at Target for some reason. I don't know if they were just like trialing them. I hope they come back next year, but that's why my mouth is watering. That's why I haven't opened them, because I loved them so much and I don't want to like waste them, and I've been like eating pretty healthy anyway, and I could literally demolish a bag of these, and we ate multiple bags of these over the Christmas holiday, and they were like so good. And I hope they come back next year. Please, M&Ms, bring them back. A clothing favorite was another Christmas gift, and this is actually a fitness related clothing favorite, and these are the Adidas Powerlift shoes. So these are weightlifting shoes, and I love them. These have more of an elevated heel, so they're really good for if you're squatting or even like deadlifting and stuff, kind of depending on whatever you want to do. But for the longest time, was just wearing plain Converse, and I find these much better for me. I have since stopped squatting for a little bit because I have a big mental block with squats, and I just haven't been able to get past a plateau that I know is completely mental, so I've just stopped for a while until I feel motivated to start again. But they really helped with my squats because of that elevated heel, and I just really adore them. They still look really nice. I mean, I just wear them to the gym, but they still look really nice. They have the Velcro just so that you can keep your shoes like tied and they won't come undone or anything. And I really like them. I tend to wear like bright colored shirts. I think the only time that I wear bright colored shirts is to the gym with like always black leggings and then these, and I love them. They look really cute. I think these are maybe a half size too big for me, but I just didn't end up returning them. But I could probably gotten a half size smaller. I don't know. But either way, really love them, and really fun shoe, and if you are into lifting, I would recommend these shoes. You can totally get them on Amazon. Then a kind of self-care thing, I totally went down the rabbit hole, but not as much as I could have, with essential oils. So I have an essential oil diffuser. I'm not showing it because I don't think it actually matters what kind of essential oil diffuser that you have. You can get a ton of them on Amazon. That's where I got mine. Then I got these 2 cents. I only got 2 cents from Eden's Garden, and this is a not MLM brand, so there are different MLM brands like Young Living and doTERRA. I think they're a little more expensive, and I'm probably gonna get a comment about it, but I personally will not support MLM brands. I'm not gonna support that kind of stuff. So I don't care how great they are. These are just as well researched and looked into, and all the things that you need to do for essential oils if you look into it, like all the stuff that they need to do to prove that they're like good quality essential oils, this company does for like a fraction of the price. I really like them, and they have a ton of them. They have a lot of them that are dupes for some of those like more popular MLM brand ones, and I have had nothing but success with these. I really like them. I chose some that are specifically pet safe, or if they're not pet safe, I just don't keep the animals in the bedroom when I use them. I only use them in the bedroom. And I only got 2, like I said, cents. So I got an immunity blend and I got a good night blend. So I end up getting what they call synergy blends, which are blends of multiple different ones that are pre-blended to create whatever it is, the mood that you would like. And I got the good night one specifically because I've been trying to improve my sleep schedule, which I have successfully done. And I've probably talked about it before, but I'm an incredibly bad night owl, and I was going to bed at like 3 in the morning some nights, and it was horrible. So this really helps, honestly. Like even Gerald says that he feels like he sleeps better when we are like having this going before we fall asleep, because I usually turn it on for like half an hour before we get into bed, and then we let it burn for a little bit while we're in there, not burn, but diffuse for a little bit while we're in there, and then we turn it off and let the dog in. So this is really good. This is like, what's all in this? Lavender, sweet, marjoram, is that how you say it? Chamomile, bergamot, ylang ylang, sandalwood, key lime, lime, and vanilla. This one's really good. We didn't want like an overwhelming like lavender scent, and I really like this one. I use this one a ton. It's so delicious, and I really like it. We also got the immunity blend. I blended this a lot when I was sick. I was sick a lot over the winter. I was sick 3 different times. It was ridiculous. And I like this one, but it wasn't as like soothing as I want it to be. This has like sweet orange, lemon, eucalyptus, Moroccan rosemary, tea tree, and frankincense. I was burning this like nonstop. We had the animals out of the room because I was sick. I was burning this nonstop when I was sick, and I feel like it wasn't like decongesting me as much as I wanted it to. I think this would be really good for like if you feel like you're getting sick to like burn it. But I think I'm gonna try another immunity blend at some point when we run out of this one, because I don't burn it all the time. It's very much more of like a citrusy blend than some of the other immunity blends. So I think another one might be better for me. But this Goodnight one, again from Ian's Garden, is awesome. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. They don't even know who I am. I wish that they knew who I was so I can get more essential oils, but I'll probably buy a big one the next time I get this. And then I even want to try out maybe like a Good Morning one. They have a Good Morning blend, and that's more for like focus in the morning, and put that one in my car because there's car diffusers. So I've managed to keep myself to like 2 scents and been very good about it, because I know you can go down a rabbit hole with essential oils and everyone has a lot of opinions and stuff, but these were really great, and honestly the Goodnight one works. I'm just saying. Then we have another food item, and that is kombucha. So I tried kombucha years ago and just never really knew what the big deal was, but now I am back on the kombucha train. This is my favorite brand, and I've tried a couple different flavors in this. I've also tried the guava, goddess, and the cranberry one. I think it's like cosmic cranberry. This one is a trilogy, which I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't even know what flavor technically this is, but kombucha, like, I don't even use it for just like how good it is for you. It's one of those things where like, it's sort of like a vitamin where like, you can't confirm or deny that it's like good for you or whatever. This has aminos and polyphenols and enzymes and probiotics, supposed to be like good for your gut and all of these things. But the reason I started using this is because I used to drink soda every day. I used to drink at least a can of Dr. Pepper or vanilla Coke like every day. And I wanted at the beginning of the year to get off that train, and I started drinking this because this has some carbonation and stuff to it. I'm completely off the soda train. I never drink soda. I don't know the last time I drank soda. I don't even drink soda when I go out anymore. I usually drink water. I love this, and a serving is a half of this, and 8 ounces is 25 calories, which is like nothing in comparison to what like 8 ounces of soda is, because soda is just like empty calories. And this supposedly has like good health benefits, but again, it just tastes good. It has that fizzy sweetness, and I adore it. And now I don't even need to drink this every day. Like, I don't need to have any kind of fizzy drink if I don't want to. But if I want a little like sweet treat, I have this, and it's so good. They have so many flavors. They have like green ones and like grape and all these things. There's a bunch of different brands, but this is my favorite, and I love them a lot. And they usually are my lunch beverage of choice if I want something fizzy. My last makeup item is the Lancome Matte Shaker in Completely Nut. I've been wearing this a ton, and I love these matte shaker formulas. I'm wearing this color today. It's the perfect mildest but better for me personally. This fades off really well. It goes on matte, so it's like a version of a matte liquid lipstick, but it's not as thick as a normal matte liquid lipstick, so it doesn't get all pilly and gross, and it fades off really, really well, like really beautifully. Like, I haven't retouched this at all, and it just looks really nice. And this is the one that I will wear if I'm going out and doing something and I just want to wear something when I leave and I have to retouch it, or if I need to retouch it, I'll bring this. Like, I don't like retouching liquid lipsticks out. Like, they just never look as good. They get all gummy and gross. Like, this never does. And if I'm gonna eat, I don't have to worry like, oh my god, it's gonna be like halfway all over my face, or it's gonna be like all patchy and nasty. Like, it's not. So this is the perfect like everyday shade for me, and I want to get even more of them. I have another shade. It's like, I like to mauve it, I think. puns. I want to get more of these because they're awesome. And I even want to try the Juicy Shakers, which are more of like a lip oil for the summer. The Juicy Shakers don't have noticeable shade differences. Like these do. The Juicy Shakers all kind of look like the same color with a slight tint to it because they're more moisturizing and an oil. But these have like actual shade ranges to them, and they have been expanding the shade range. Lancome is more expensive, but this like will last you a really long time, and I'm totally willing to invest in like quality makeup products. That's my personal thing. I'm totally okay with treating yourself if you want to. So this is awesome, and I plan on expanding the shade range. I know there's some darker shades now, and just like they're really beautiful and they fade off really well and wonderful. I just really love them. So the last item I have is something I never would have thought that I would have gotten or needed or anything, but I am seriously the most grateful for it. You have no idea. And that is this giant parka that I got from Eddie Bauer this year. So we take the dog on a walk like basically every day unless it's horrible weather, and even now with horrible weather, with this jacket, with this coat, I can do that. This is a full-size parka. It is basically a sleeping bag that you can wear, and I love it. I got it on sale because right around like the Black Friday holiday and stuff, they were having a ton of sales, so I actually got it for 50% off either on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or something, but they have sales at Eddie Bauer a lot anyway. This is so good, and it's rated for like up to -40 below and all this stuff. Like it has like down alternative or whatever in it. And Eddie Bauer is between Eddie Bauer and LL Bean because they have like some of the best coats as far as like winter coats. This has saved my life. I am not even exaggerating. We went home for Christmas and it was like -20 and I was able to go out without dying. This basically goes down to your ankles and it is the most wonderful thing I've ever worn. It also has a really nice hood that completely shields your entire face, and I would have not taken the dog for as many walks as I did this winter without this. I'm just gonna wear it tonight because it's cold out tonight, and it's great. You can unzip it and be a little more ventilated, but I end up buttoning up the entire thing, and it's so wonderful. I am so happy, and I get my 10,000 steps in a day because I can take my dog for a walk in the ridiculous temperatures. Ready for the elements. This literally goes down to like my ankles. You can't even see how far it goes down. Do you see this? Do you see it? It's like past my knees. I highly recommend this. I'm already getting so hot in this, but seriously, it's my best clothing purchase I have ever made. So that is it for all of my winter favorites. Comment down below and let me know some things that you enjoyed over the winter. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.